over the last 3 years in particular, procurement in most businesses has had to be a function that reacts fast. I think now it's time to take the learning forward, start planning ahead, and if you plan ahead, you don't necessarily need to react; you can respond. So I think everybody needs to stop reacting, because we don't need to be a reactive function. We do, but it's much better to be more responsive and planning ahead, having preempted what potentially may come.
Absolutely. I think that's an interesting take. Stop reacting, start responding, or, planning, preparing. So, okay, well then, what should people actually start doing?
That's quite simple for me, really. That's starting to preempt risks. And procurement historically has been very good as a firefighting function. And I work with some of the best firefighters in the industry. But I'd much rather have fire prevention officers, right? And I'd rather be boring. Boring to me is good. And by that I mean, if we preempted the risk, we've got mitigation plans in place, and look, there'll always be an element of having to react. But boring generally is symbolises that there's a level of stability there, and God knows, most companies need that now more so than ever. And I think, building on that, half of the battle is mindset and belief. And I often say to a lot of my teammates, don't use the word try. Right? You either do or you do not. And then in doing that, you become a lot more deterministic in your actions and behaviours. And I think, the last few years have put a huge focus on procurement. It's a great opportunity for people to grow, and it's, on the back of that, it's a great opportunity for organisations to grow. And procurement is solely and squarely in the spotlight. And I think it's going to be for many years now. That, like I said before, there is no new normal. New normal is now. So, from a procurement leader perspective, it comes down to leadership and mindset. And we need to, learn and decide, what are the urgent things, what are the important things, and what are the risks, potential risks, that we need to preempt. And it's, there is no real magic formula, but I think, what we try and promote, and certainly I personally try to promote, is the mindset. So if this happens, then what does that mean, and what else could we do? Which is really, it's like any negotiation, right? You try and think things through to the end, preempt all of the things that could come up. It's just the application of that thinking in a different context other than a straightforward commercial negotiation.